I almost lost my job as a social media manager 5 years ago because I shared my political views on my company's Twitter account mistakenly, and I logged out, went to church, went to lift up holy hands, and came back to my phone with 20 missed calls. Yes, you heard that right. And the damage has already been done. My boss also received calls, and thankfully I didn't lose my job because I had an understanding boss. So in this video, I am going to be sharing 10 mistakes to avoid as a social media manager. Your job is very important. You are in between your company making more revenue or losing revenue. You're also in between losing your job or getting a pat on your back for a job well done. But before we go ahead, if this is your first time on my YouTube channel, my name is Olamide and I'm a digital content creator with focus on tech, digital skills, and all-round storytelling. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you'll be the first to know when I share another exciting video just like this one. Make sure you click the subscribe button below this video and turn on the notification bell, boom, so that you won't miss any exciting updates. Now, without further ado, let's dig in. Number 1 is typo and grammatical errors. Tools like Grammarly are very, very important as a content creator and social media manager. You should have a Grammarly account. 3 years ago, Yahoo Finance made a mistake writing nigger, N-I-G-G-E-R, as you can see on your screen, instead of bigger. I know that caused a scene online, and the hashtag, the nigger navy, and all of that. So make sure you proofread. Do not rush to type and send. Proofread as much as possible. Use Grammarly, and also have a second or third opinion if possible. The second error you should avoid is jumping on trends and the use of wrong memes. Yes, you want to jump on trends and so that you can get engagement on your social media posts, but that can cost you a lot. So make sure you get permission from your boss, even though you want to quickly latch on the trend, to ensure that whatever trend you're jumping on or whatever meme you're using is also in sync with the brand or the vision of the brand. So not every trend is there for you to jump on, and not all memes. Don't use offensive memes so that it will not end in tears. Number 3, try as much as possible to avoid arguing with your commenters or your followers, or posting regularly on content or replying content as much as possible. Doing this waters down the brand sometimes. So if your company or the brand you're managing on social media has a frequently asked question page on the website, this is a good opportunity for you to send your commenters or your followers to the page to get details of whatever questions you're asking. Better still, take the conversation to the DM so that you won't cause a scene, and then you can manage whatever feedback the customer or the follower is asking you. So number 4 is that you should not be rigid with your content calendar and posting schedules. Most social media managers make these mistakes. On Monday you're posting about business, Tuesday you're posting about working, on Wednesday you're posting about fitness. You need to be dynamic because changes matter. You shouldn't be monotonous with your schedule. Spice things up. Sometimes you need to leave the best practices that you're used to and try new things to see how your followers are going to react to this. If they react positively to this, then you want to use this technique for another while. You need to be flexible. Don't be rigid, like, yeah, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're known for. Spice things up a little bit, a little bit of spicing, a little bit of the norm, and all of that makes it better. Then the 5th mistake you should avoid is not changing your password regularly. Yes, not changing your password. Recently, a UK agency shared a nasty tweet about working with greedy co-workers, and that went up on social media. You don't know which of your team member is not happy with policy decisions made in the organization and wants to get back at the organization. So once a staff leaves, ensure you change the password as soon as, even before they leave the company or before they resign, or immediately after they resign. You can plan to change your password to weekly, monthly, quarterly, every 6 months, yearly, but you should change as soon as possible to avoid this kind of costly errors and mistakes. Number 6 is taking your client feedback seriously, like taking it personally. You need to take it seriously, but do not take it to heart so that it will not affect your creative juice. Clients want results as much as possible and as immediate as possible, but you as a social media manager knows that getting the right results across social media platforms take time. So you need to be able to manage your clients' expectations and the results you are going to make. So take it seriously, but do not take it personally or to heart. Then number 7 is sharing when you are not emotionally stable, when you are heartbroken, or when you're drunk. This can cost you your job. These are mistakes you should not make. When you're emotionally unstable, do not post. When you're drunk, do not post. And this is again where content calendar comes in. Plan your content ahead of time so that when you're in the states, when you're not in your right frame of mind, you're not thinking of what to post. You're already ahead of time and you can have as much fun as you want. So do not post when you're not emotionally stable. Number 8 is for you to avoid having your corporate account or your client's account logged in on your personal devices. This is very important. This particular mistake almost cost me my job 5 years ago, and you can avoid it. I know many of you who's watching has made this mistake one time or the other, but it is avoidable. And if you have to have your clients' accounts or the corporate accounts you're managing logged in on your personal devices, make sure you're using a third-party app so that you are aware when you want to make these mistakes that, oh no, I use the default apps for my personal social media platforms and use third-party apps for my clients or corporate social media platforms. So avoid this as much as possible. Number 9 is sharing low resolution images and overusing filters on Instagram. So if you're managing an Instagram account, make sure you avoid this as much as possible. Trying to get the right images for your Instagram posts can really be tiring, but this is why you need a content calendar, and so that you can plan your content ahead of time. With platforms like Pexels and Unsplash.com, you have access to high quality stock images for free, so you can check them out to get high resolution images for your posts. And if you want to make your graphic designs, platforms like Canva provide you the space to create your own high resolution images and graphic designs. So you have no excuses, and as much as possible, water down the use of filters on your images on Instagram. And the 10th mistake you should avoid is obsessing over the quantity of followers rather than the quality. So you need to focus on the quality of the followers across the social media platforms you manage. Yes, everybody wants to see thousands of followers, but what shall it profit you to have thousands of followers, or maybe in the millions, and have little or no engagement on your posts? So you should focus on the quality of the followers that are going to engage, they are going to buy, They are going to make purchasing decisions and engage with your content, not followers who are just there for the follower count without engaging. So as a social media manager, as much as possible, focus on the quality of followers rather than the quantity of followers. Then finally, I know I said 10, but this is a bonus mistake you should not make. Do not, okay, now this is not a mistake. Make sure you always have fun. Yes, as a social media manager, make sure you create time to have fun, because you need to renew your creative juice as much as possible. Hang out with friends, go for drinks, but don't get drunk. And if you get drunk, do not post in your drunken state. Hang out, go watch movies, go on Netflix, do something, do things that you're not used to doing, things that are outside your job, and I assure you it will be worth your while. And those are the 10 mistakes you should avoid as a social media manager. Your job is important and you want to keep it at that. You don't want to lose your job. You don't want to put your clients or your customers or your company in harm's way. So please, as much as possible, avoid these mistakes. And if there are mistakes I didn't talk about, please, would like to hear from you. I personally like to hear from you and learn from you. So drop a comment and let me hear from you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please click the subscribe button just below this video and turn on the notification button. And here's Olamide signing out from here. Bye for now. Take care of yourself and stay safe.